Gil Martin here, and welcome everybody to the Daily Packers Post, where we bring you in-depth daily coverage of your Green Bay Packers. We have new shows every day, Monday through Friday, so make sure you hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Today, we're discussing the fifth-year options on Quay Walker and Devonte Wyatt and whether or not the Packers should pick up those options. And I think the answer on both players is probably not, but that doesn't mean they should let both players walk. I mean, Devonte Wyatt has been a starter from day one. That's 3 years in a row. He has led the Packers in tackles in each of the 3 years that he was there. That being said, here's a guy with very good speed who has been fairly durable over the course of his career. And yet, he doesn't seem to be that big play guy that the Packers would be looking for as their Mike or middle linebacker. He seems to make most of his tackles after the opposing player has gained 4, 5, 6 yards, gotten downfield. He, for the most part in his career, has not been a big playmaker. Now, there are some exceptions. He did have a pick six in 2023. He had a long fumble recovery and return, and he has made a few sacks each year, 2.5, something in that range. The good news about Quay Walker is that late last season, he was playing maybe his best football of his career. And maybe it was a span of 3 games, 4 games, something in that range. And the key is this. Was that just like a hot streak where he had a few good games in a row? Or is that him reaching a new level of play that is going to be the new normal for Quay Walker? And right now, the issue with Quay Walker is this. It would cost about $14.7 million to sign him on a 1-year deal exercising that 5th-year option. And that's the cap hit. There is, no signing bonus, no deferred money, no money up front. If he signs that deal, gets injured on the first day of training camp, you put him on IR, but that's it. That's the cap hit. That's what he gets. So again, Walker, he has done some very good things. He wears the green dot. He's the one communicating with the coaches up until about a certain amount of time before the snap each play. He calls the defensive signals. I would want to see a little bit more from Quay Walker before signing him to that 5th-year option. Then you have Devonte Wyatt. And, Wyatt was selected 6 spots after Walker. Both of these players, by the way, from the University of Georgia, so Bulldogs and now Packers. But Wyatt, unlike Walker, has not been a starter in the NFL. In fact, in 3 seasons with the Packers, he has started a grand total of 5 games. And he's never played more than 50% of the defensive snaps in a given season. Last year, less than that, 41%. Now, he is not a good run defender. He's a liability against the run, but against the pass, he last year was your top interior pass rusher, recording 5 sacks, had 5.5 in 2023. That was his career high. And, he more or less stayed steady under the new 4-man front that Jeff Hafley introduced last year. Now, keep in mind that he had 5 sacks playing 41% of the defensive plays, and the previous year he had 5.5 sacks playing 50% of the defensive plays. So he's right around the same level, maybe did a little bit better the previous season. To keep him on that 1-year, 5th-year option deal, it would be almost $14 million, $13.9 million a year. I don't think either one of these players are worth that kind of money. But here's what I do think. I think there's an alternative. And the Packers and Brian Gutekunst used this with Jordan Love. They signed Love to a multi-year extension that was worth less than what he would have gotten under the 5th-year franchise tag, but more than what he probably would have been offered otherwise. And this is a win-win. The player gets to stay on the Packers with a contract for multiple years rather than the 1 year. They get money up front as opposed to the 5th-year option, which is just salary straight, no bonus. So, Quay Walker, Devonte Wyatt, the day they sign this extension, they would get money right away. And even if they're cut, that's their money. It gives the team more salary cap flexibility, and it gives the players some more job security in the fact that it's not just a 1-year deal. Imagine Wyatt or Walker signing a 1-year deal, week 2, week 8, they get hurt. It's a significant injury, and all of a sudden, their value for the following season is greatly reduced. So to me, there's a middle ground. Now, you have until roughly May 1st to figure out whether to make the offer of the 5th-year option. I would try to sign these guys to a 2 or 3 year deal before then. But keep in mind, even if they, agree, make the offer of the 5th-year option, they can still negotiate a longer-term deal before the season starts. So it may be that they make the offer and then try to negotiate another deal that could be a win-win for both player and team. I like Quay Walker and Devonte Wyatt. I think they're useful players. I think they help the Green Bay defense. I just think those contract numbers are a little too steep, and I would prefer a longer-term deal for a little less money with more upfront money that I think is a win-win for both player and team. Don't forget to check out our website at thepackerspost.com. We post new articles Monday through Saturday about the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you get new episodes as soon as they drop. I'm Gil Martin. Thank you so much for watching the Daily Packers Post. Feel free to comment on our YouTube page about whether you think that Devonte Wyatt and Quay Walker should have their 5th-year options picked up by the Packers. Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe. And, of course, go Pack Go.